Hello everybody, Road Warrior 627 here, and welcome back to another Thoroughbred Racing preview on my channel. And today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we are doing a live preview. Very much different from what we usually do, recorded previews, but we're doing it for a very special and unique event, and that's Belmont Stakes Day, or should I say Peter Pan Stakes Day 2020. But we'll get into that in a minute, and we'll talk about the debate of the distance and all that stuff. But first, here to introduce tonight's partner in crime to the show, Sammy Roseman.
I am back. Get ready for Peter Pan Day. But, man, they put a great car for Peter Pan Day, in my opinion.
Oh, they sure did. And look at Joe Martin in the chat says, "Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!" Okay, that's great. So now, Joe, we must know, if you want to come in and share some of your opinions, just let me know and I'll open the party to you or send you an invite, buddy, okay? You can definitely put that in there to get in here if you want. Alright, so now let's get started in a 12 race card that starts at 11:45 a.m. Sammy has made picks. I have not. I'm more just giving out ideas. If you don't know, Joe Martin joined me for a Belmont Stakes exclusive preview last night, which has done very well so far, and we're hoping this video does well too. We're going to run through pretty much the entire card. Sammy's going to give you his picks. I'm going to give you my ideas. I'll let Sammy elaborate a lot more on the Belmont because I've already shared my ideas. So with that being said, let's get into it. The first race is a mile on the Weidner. It's a maiden claiming $75,000 purse. It's a pretty wide open race, but Chad Brown holds a big key to it with a coupled entry of two first-time starters. What do you think, Sammy?
I actually went against Chad Brown in this race, believe it or not. I went with Jose Ortiz, who had a Joel Rosario, who has not been good for me, but it's all right. I went with Joel Rosario, 8-1. His horse is shortening up in distance, ran a mile and a 16th. He just lost. He just got tired late. The shortening up to a mile might help him. Being gelded since, I think this horse has a good shot of winning.
Okay, very good.
Second pick was the 1A traffic pattern. I'm just trying to take a shot against Chad Brown pretty much.
Yeah, I don't blame you in
He's
here.
not going off at 7-2. He'll be
No, this could be the
8-5.
instance of a coupled entry getting completely outrageously overbet. I actually am going with an extremely dark horse in here that not many people are even going to consider. And that's one of, I believe, is it the only other first-time starter in the race? Besides the two Chad Browns, it is. It's the Plane 2 Sea City for John Stevens. John Stevens had a horse today go off at 31-1 and run second as a first-time starter.
Right?
And just got, yeah, it was the one. What
Raylu?
race was that? The fifth race? Something like that. But I never heard of this guy, John Stevens, before. For some reason, the comment section's going out of control. It says I have 39 comments, and I really only have 3, so I don't know what's going on right there. That's kind of interesting. But we're moving past that. Sea City has got some decent workouts going on. The trainer doesn't have...
It was the 6th race.
It was a 6th race today? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, this horse came with a great late run, and besides Carmouche giving a very good ride on the 3, definitely could have won today's race. We'll give him a shot in here in a race where I didn't really find anybody that interesting. If I want a first, or I want him at a big price, and Chad Brown's coupled entry is just not doing that. So I will go
like 6-5.
Maybe 2-1. I don't know about 6-5. I think that's nuts. Dennis Trusty in the chat says, "Hey, how you doing, Dennis? Very nice to have you here in the stream tonight."
Third technically. I went with 8. Scano, that horse, very consistent horse, which you'd like to see. I just think there's better value and better horses.
Yeah, pretty much hasn't broken the maiden yet.
This horse doesn't know how to win. There was this horse at Churchill today, Mad Muddy, in this 2-year-old race, And that horse does not know how to win. Lost to a 35-1 shot when she was up by like 5. Anyway. And fourth, I went with the 9. Striking speed. Linda Rice, Jose Lascano.
Linda, second-time starter. Always dangerous.
Looks like I might like the turf a little bit.
Yeah. Let me just interject for 10. A sec here. Let me just interject. Yeah, Dennis, I don't know why either. That's totally out of control. Yeah, we know the video's not doing that well. We have no idea what's going on. Yeah, there's something obviously wrong. I haven't live streamed since January, so I don't know what's been going on with that. Okay,
I went with the 10-1A, 1-8-9 in the first race.
Okay, yeah, Rosario on turf, always dangerous, of course.
Besides, when he puts his horses 80 lengths back.
That's true. Yeah, Rosario's got a tendency to do that. He's not as bad as Pat Day, because Pat Day did that all the time, but certainly especially he looks like Pat
49
Day.
or one example.
And of course, Easy Goer.
Yeah.
Not the greatest of rides in the Preakness, or
no.
Yeah. Hey, can you turn your mic up? Sammy is fine. It's actually a little bit farther away from. Move it just a bit closer. Thank you, Dennis. Okay, so here we go. We got the second race. We got the Woody Stevens. It's a grade 1. It only drew 5, but it's a very good field of 5. Everybody's got a shot in here. Who did you land on? Because my idea isn't very interesting.
I landed on. Yeah. I know. I picked Echo Town. That horse. Speed has been holding up, sprinting, and I just think this horse goes 7. If this horse can handle 7 furlongs, who could beat him?
Okay, I think that's fair.
There was this horse. You might call me crazy, but the Shoplifted interests me because he's cutting back to 7 furlongs.
I don't think you're crazy at all. I picked him on top in here.
There's a lot of speed in this race, so he might be able to close. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins.
Yeah, the Woody Stevens is often won by closers, and despite this only being a 5-horse field, what, you're telling me that what was that horse that won last year? The 8-horse.
No,
I can't remember. Yeah,
it was Rudy Rodriguez's horse.
No, you're wrong. It was an 8. It was
Hog Creek Hustle. Hog
Creek Hustle. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Yeah, where is that race? What's the other race? Easy Goer. When's Easy Goer?
Easy Goer. Majid, yeah, that was the one winner I had on the Belmont Stakes State card. I picked Sir Winston second, which still gives me nightmares. I had him in the double with bricks and mortar, but not picking on top was very, very stupid. Yeah, I like Shoplifted in here, too, for the very simple fact it's the Steve Asmussen uncoupled entry. I'm going to box the 4 and the 5 in here. It's that simple.
This is a very good 5-horse field. I'll just say it like that.
Everybody's got a shot. And I think that Dennis's pick, he just put in the chat, No Parole, also has a very good chance. These horses all run their best race. Everybody's got a shot to this win. Field's not going to be spread out. This field might be covered by 4 lengths, besides the fact it's a sprint race to begin with.
I went, in this race, I went with Echo Town over Mischievous Alex, over Shoplifted, and then over No Parole. I just think Maru is just a little bit outclassed, or I shouldn't say that because Irad Ortiz, he's been winning with crazy horses all the time.
He's calmed down a little bit lately. Last few days.
Suspended.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How did I forget that? Well, he's not going to be suspended
Jose
on
Ortiz
Saturday.
took over.
Yeah, Jose's doing quite a great job. Yeah, today he had one heck of a day. A lot of short prices today, which didn't.
I think it might be a little bit of a chalky day on Saturday.
Normally I'd agree with you because most Belmont Stakes days are like that.
I can see a couple bonds, but
I can see a few nice prices come in. I don't like to bet 50 to 1 shots. I like to bet 8 to 10 to 1 shots. I hope that happens. Ortiz hasn't slowed down. I didn't say which Ortiz. Oh, yeah. That's so right.
Race 3, we're going, what is the distance of this race? 6.5 on the dirt.
Yeah, the NYRA's favorite distance, 6.5.
Yep. And yes, me and Anthony Stabile, we both went with Chad Brown's horse. We always like going with Chad. Yeah, this horse just might be that much better.
Which Chad? Which one?
Oh, the 6.
Oh, okay.
Pride.
So you went with the logical one.
Yes.
Okay. I'm taking a little shot in here. Maybe it's because I just don't like Chad. Yeah,
7.
if this horse shows up with anything close, this horse is probably going to win. Both races were very good. Last time out, 7 furlongs at Keeneland. Then we got the big break. I'm not worried about Chad Brown off a layoff.
You could do that.
I'm going to take a shot in here with the 5 Forever Unchanged. You could call it just a stupid Charlie Baker pick. But this horse has a couple of figures that make him just a little bit competitive. Yeah. And Charlie does well off the layoff as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little bit interested. I think that's the only way I could find any value in here. Maybe make a triple box 1, 5, 6. I tell you who I don't like in here is the 7, Mrs. Danvers. I do not like Mrs. Danvers in here at all. The races you ran last year were a little bit slow. I love Shug McGahee, but his horses often get very overbet. So I'm going to stick with the Baker and 2 Chad angle in here.
I went with Chad's second horse for second. The 1, then went with Mrs. Devers, and with the 2,
Carrizo.
Yeah, Carrizo. It was a little blurry on my screen.
It's Carmouche. This horse hasn't showed a lot of speed, but maybe Carmouche can change that, as he always loves to. Right.
I went 6172.
6172 for Sammy. I'm gonna go somewhere in. I'm guessing 561 will be my top 3 selections. I have not landed on official selections yet. We're going to move on to the 4th race, the Pennine Ridge, which is one of my favorite races all the time because it really gives us a good look at the 3-year-old routers later in the year on the grass. And Christophe Clement has a possible monster in here in Decorated Invader. Draws the 1 post, which isn't the greatest thing on going a mile on the Weidner. But this is a short field. It's hard to see how he's going to get in that much trouble. This horse just might be best.
I actually have a different opinion. I actually have proven strategies on top. If this horse has been running against way tougher, those Gulfstream races, they're rated on time form, they're rated like a 109, and he ran second, he ran a 110, and he's running in a 106. Yes, he has to watch out for Decorated Invader, but what is Joel gonna do? Is he gonna be 50 lengths off, or is he gonna be 5?
It's a good question.
I think this horse can go gate to wire. I'll say it like that.
Now, these mile races on the Weidner are not often won wire to wire. In fact, they favor closers just a little bit.
Yeah.
I was also interested in the 4-horse Mr. Kringle in here. Not very flashy, but definitely very consistent and definitely one of the best turf riders on the NYRA circuit, Jose Lizcano. Not doing great this year, but he had one heck of a summer last year.
Yes. I went in this race. I went 3-1-4-7, trying to go against Decorated Invader. He's not going to be 6-5, can he? Is he? What is he going to be? 4-5? Odds on?
I'm going to say he's going to be right around 6-5, maybe even money.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a 1-4 exacta box in here.
Yeah. Race 5. Sorry, is a 7 furlong maiden special weight. In this race, I went with the 5. The Angry Man. Yeah. I went with the Angry Man. And Luis Saez gets on this horse. He's actually been riding very well since he got back from his long suspension.
Absolutely.
The thing about this horse is, if I pull up my program, he closed very nicely last time. And now, I know it doesn't mean anything, but he closed. He's coming off the layoff, but he closed from 5 lengths to 2 lengths, going 6 furlongs on the aqueduct surface. Now he's stretching out to 7 furlongs.
Yeah, and it wasn't the dead of the winter either there, where there's a lot slower paces. That was December 7th. I guess that was Cigar Mile Day. Look at the pace for 6 furlongs. 23-1, 47-4. That's slow for 6 furlongs. And I get it, it's just a maiden race and the final time wasn't fast, but still, that's a pretty slow pace. And the fact that he closed into that so well definitely makes him a contender. I went with something a little bit different. I'm actually not keying in on that horse. I'm actually doing one of the early angles that first got me into the game. I'm going to box Velasquez and Pletcher in this race. They're on two separate horses. Pletcher's got one of the
The 8.
firsters in here, the one that appears to be the more live firster, at least as far as the morning line's concerned. Gets IRAD, gets a very good outside post, is going to stay out of trouble. And then Velasquez rides Oh Trouble, the number 2 horse for Tony Dutrow. Definitely some good works coming into here,
Yeah.
especially a bullet 2 back. Dutrow has not been winning that much over the last year, but I expect definitely some natural maturation from, what would this be, 2 to 3? Is he a 3-year-old? Yep. So 2 to 3, moving up.
Yes.
And the fact that Velasquez decided to stay with this horse after kind of
Mhm.
an even finish last summer at Saratoga tells me that he thinks this horse is alive. I'm going to box those two. The 7's also dangerous in here. Rare Stripe. Rosario rides. Some bullets coming in. Look at that workout at Keeneland last time.
Yeah, that
Definitely
was
has
impressive.
some recency because there's not that much recency in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
All
would
right.
key in around those 4 horses: the 2, the 5, the 7, and the 8. I'd probably pick the 8, the firster on top.
For second, I had the 7. I had a 7. Um, isn't that the horse that just rare stripe?
Right.
That bullet. That the only thing that concerns me is why is he now not with Suge? Was it like a private? It must have been a private auction,
It
but
has to. It had to be, because
I went with
Shook's
the
not just
1.
gonna give up a horse after one start.
Yeah, he
He's not
lost to
gonna let
Dr.
that
Post in
happen.
that race too.
Yeah.
I went with the 1/3 and I went with the 8th fourth. All right, 8. I think I said 8. All right, 6th race. This is the Wonder Again going on my own the turf. This is a grade 3 event for fillies, 3-year-olds. I actually won this race. I chalked out. I went to 2.
Okay.
8 Melania.
I
I just think
understand.
she just thinks she's better. I'll say it like that.
I
The
agree.
layoff concerns me, but it's not going to be too bad.
Here's the one thing: I'm trying to create value in all these races. Do you really? I don't trust her off that big of a layoff. If she runs her last race, she ran very good, and the Breeders' Cup only got beat a
Yes.
length and a half. The thing
She
is,
lost the
am I
lead.
going to trust a 7 or 5 shot off that long of a layoff? If I'm going to take a horse off a layoff, I'm going to take a bigger price. And there has been nobody that's been winning with longer, most unseen horses than Mr. Christophe Clement, who has the longest price in this short field. Speak to me of summer. Now, once again, we talked about the inside post is not a great post for a mile on the Weidner. But, again, it's a short field this time. There's only 5 horses. I love that angle. LPSF, longest price short field. How far can Joel Rosario really be back in this race? I don't think that far.
Yeah.
And 2 wins, last 2 starts of the year last year,
Only
including
lost on a dirt race
right?
on a sloppy track.
That was just
Didn't
a
like it.
test. That was just a test.
Yeah. In this race, it's race 6. I actually did not pick your horse. I picked your horse last. I went 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't like the 4 and the 5 in here that much at all.
Yeah. I do.
Is the 5 really 5 to 2 just off the race, the Breeders' Cup race, where she had the big fig?
Yes.
I really, no thanks. And Mott's horse seems like a cut below these. I would key in on one,
Yeah.
2, 3 in here.
Yeah, your horse is probably a little bit better.
Barkley Tag.
Um,
Imagine Barkley Tag and Franco win ahead of the Belmont Stakes. That might give them a little bit of confidence.
yeah. Race number 7. It's a mile. Going 6 furlongs. I mean, not a mile. 6 furlongs on inner turf allowance for New York breds. In this is race 7. I went with the 4. This another horse. I think Luis Saez gets on this horse. George Durante has been his barn has been
Jorge
rolling.
Duarte? Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with the 4 in here, too. I like the 4 in here. And I like excuse me. Donk's horse on the rail clunking up for second with Cardenas.
Donk. Oh, Ricken.
Yeah, Ricken.
That was
We
the
love Ricken.
I went with a 5-second in this race. Yeah, and then this 6 interests me a little bit. The shortening up in distance.
Yeah, turning back's always easier than stretching out. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then I went with the 2 for 4th. Hey, but this I know. 50-1. But time form, this horse, they're saying this horse fits right into this race. Blinkers come off. You get the 7-pound bug. Has a bullet workout, and she has some decent figures.
There's worse shots to take.
Yeah,
definitely. I went with Donk's horse second in here, the one Ms. Seb Pot, just for one simple reason. There's a few figs of hers that make her competitive, and at 20-1, why not? It's that simple. I love Dave Donk with turf sprinters as well. That's where I feel he does best. If the 1-4 exacta box comes in this race, I'm going to be very happy. I'll tell you who I don't like in here is Miss Sassy Sarah, who I believe is the morning line favorite. Michelle does not do well
I didn't like that
off
horse.
big
I don't like
layoffs. I don't see why this horse is the favorite. We got to ask David Aragona about this. I have a feeling the 4, the horse that we picked, very well could wind up being the favorite. As much as I hate to say that, but I think it's true.
Yeah. All right, the 8th race. We're already on the 8th race. Your 8th race is the 1 mile acorn. 7 horses, and it's really, in my opinion, not. I'll just be straightforward. I think it's a 2-horse race.
I hate to say it, but I agree with you.
Actually, a 3-horse race because I didn't pick the 4 second. I picked her 3rd, but I think she might come 2nd.
Oh, so who's your other horse?
I picked Gamine, the horse that failed her drug test. I believe.
No, but who's your second horse?
Lucrezia.
Okay, Lucrezia.
That horse, she interests me.
You know why she interests me?
Why?
Just a little. And I'm gonna pick her 3rd in here. I went 1 and 4. I still don't know who I'm gonna pick on top yet. I'll probably wind up picking the 4 just because it's a better value. This is Leparoux's only mount all day.
Wow.
Which is obviously a good sign that he decided to come in for one race.
Yes. But Gamine, she's very talented. She hold off Speech, but Speech didn't come back to do anything. She ran 3rd or 2nd. She ran 2nd to switch Skydriver words. It's not that bad, but
right.
Yeah, I have Gamine, and I went with Lucrezia, and then I went with the 4 Casual, and for 4th I went with the 7 Perfect Alibi.
Yeah, I don't have much to say in here. There is one thing I'm going to do in here that I don't do a lot. I'm actually going to play a pick 3 starting in this race and finishing up in the Belmont. I'm going to play a $4 bet. It's going to be $1 pick 3, 1-4 with 4-7 with 8. Very small pick 3. It's kind of chalky. I'm hoping maybe White Flag can win the Jiper and increase the payout a little bit. But it's just a little small play. I think it could offer a decent payout. You're using the 2 favorites in the 8th. You're using the favorite in the Belmont. And you're using the 2 Clement horses in the middle leg, the Jiper. Cheap little investment for me, as I do not plan on betting a lot on Saturday.
The 9th race is the Jiper. 6 furlongs and inner turf. Let me just say something. This race, I've been seeing it a lot on Twitter. This race does not feel the same without Disco Partner.
Oh, it doesn't. You're absolutely right.
But without Disco Partner, at least we still have Pure Sensation, because without them, it just doesn't feel like the Jaipur, because we've seen them so many times in a
They're
row.
amazing. They're both amazing.
Did Disco Partner retire? I think he did, right?
I think he did. Maybe somebody in the who's watching can put that in the chat. We're not
Yeah.
sure about that. I
Yeah, we
don't
don't know if
remember.
Disco Partner retired. But I know we've been talking bad about Joel Rosario, but I picked his horse. Just don't be 50 lengths off, and I think he'll win this race. Or she will win in this race.
Alexandra.
Yes.
Okay.
2 for 2 at Belmont. And she just, well, she has been facing girls, but she faced the boys, and she won.
One thing she's got is she's got a race recently,
I know.
which the 2 Clement horses do not have.
Yes.
Might be a little bit sharper, which obviously helps out. I'm going with the 2 Clements in here, Pure Sensation and White Flag. I'd love to see I'd love to see Pure Sensation win, excuse me, just because I love this horse.
Same.
This is what horse racing is about.
Yes.
To see a hard-trying horse get the money. Look at this. He's 9 years old. One thing I must say, though, I think he's better at 5.5 furlongs than he is at 6. That's why I'm probably going to wind up picking his stablemate White Flag on top, closing from off the pace, because White Flag did the same thing to Disco Partner in the fall of 2018 at Belmont.
Yeah. Does, I can tell you one horse who has no chance. Lawn Twist. If this horse wins, I will buy you 30 lunches, like Andy Sterling says.
He's got 1 fig in the hundreds on the Equibase scale. That's about it.
And his allowance win.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to apologize. That was actually at Aqueduct, that race where he beat Disco Partner. But kind of the same setup, 6 furlongs.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same setup.
Oh, look who's in this race. Hidden Scroll.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Hidden Scroll. Proved to me that you can actually run consistently.
Might toss a jockey.
Johnny V looked pissed after that happened. He really looked pissed.
Still rode that. I actually had that winner that day. I know. I ride. The horse that interests me. Does Stubbins interest you at all?
I looked at him. I like the last 2 figs, that's for sure. Yeah. And I like that he's got a race recently. Saez, speed is dangerous. Doug O'Neill decides to ship the horse over here. Yeah, that's interesting.
In this race, I actually went with the 2 Alessandra Texas Wedge and Pure Sensation, and have White Flag coming in 4th.
Yep, and I'm just going to use the 2 Clement horses in here.
Yeah.
And hope that the class of Clement prevails. We still have one pretty big race to talk about, and it is the fake, shortened, imposter, essentially the grade 3 Peter Pan, Belmont Stakes. A mile and an 1/8, 1 turn. I talked about it yesterday in my video with Joe. I went 8-4-9-1 in here. Sammy, give us your thoughts. Go ahead.
All right, I'll go through the field since I didn't get to do it yesterday. All right, my opinions on Tap It to Win. Tap It to Win. He ran super fast. Like, there was a horse today. It's all irrelevant, I think.
Yeah.
That horse went as fast as Tap It to Win. This horse, he won on a speed. Wasn't really like a speed bias track for a couple of days. He just still ran a hell of a race.
Oh yeah, no, it was a speed favoring track, yeah. Yes. But to miss the track record by 3 clicks of a stopwatch, that's pretty impressive. And I think the rail draw simplified things for him. He's gonna go.
Yes. The thing that I don't like about him is he's super talented, but why does he always throw in those clunkers? Like, he'll throw in a 48 and a 67. He pretty much like pulled up. Like, is he going to do that again, or is he going to run? Well,
I wouldn't be too concerned.
Yeah. The thing that I know he ran fast, but like two things. Like who did he even really beat in that race? I know he beat Mystic Guy, but he's a maiden winner. Basket's a maiden winner, and he tired a little bit, which doesn't really concern me though.
I think the time was super sharp.
Yeah,
1:39 and 3.
yeah, very fast.
That's running.
22 is super fast for an open quarter. But yeah, I think does the 16 days off concern you a little bit?
No, not at all.
Same. I looked at him. I really haven't made my mind up on the Belmont yet, but we'll see how it goes. Number 2 is Volante, the horse that you don't know who the jockey is somehow. Luca Vinici's a good jockey.
Has he ever ridden a mile in an 8th race at Belmont? Does he know how big the far turn is?
I don't know. Probably not. But good for him getting a good horse. Yeah, but he's young. This might be his only Derby mount. Nah, he'll probably have a couple more. But anyway, this horse, the one thing that a little concerns me is I don't like how he was so wide going around that turn. And Belmont is going to even be more wide. And the jockey had to ask him.
I'm not really concerned with him being wide in here. I'm more concerned with, is he going to have traffic trouble?
Yeah. He's going to take him back.
He's going to take him back, and I wonder if Pennine, because he doesn't know the layout of the track, he should have studied it. He should know what the layout of Belmont is. I've seen a lot of jockeys in route races at Belmont make very early moves around the far turn by mistake. Yes. Coming from way behind, and then they flatten out in the stretch. That's what I'm worried about happening here. And the fact that this is the second choice on the morning line, I think, is this horse really going to be 9-2? If he is, I don't want zero part of him in here.
Number 3 is Max Player with Joel Rosario. They took Dylan Davis off.
Very unfortunate.
I don't care. I guess experience, but come on, man. He deserved that horse. He won by 3 lengths. I feel like he deserved that horse.
I agree with you, man.
I just think there's better.
Yep. My thoughts exactly. I think Rosario is going to be in a similar situation as Pennine. He's going to need to give one of those Sir Winston picking through horses rides to win this race.
Yeah.
He might be sitting in a good spot as far as position off the lead, but is he going to have traffic trouble? Is he going to get through? If he does, he's going to do it without my money.
Yes. Modernist is number 4. Why do I feel like this horse is the type of horse that would run 3rd in this race?
Well, I picked him 2nd.
Oh. If Belmont's been struggling since that, I think you see that a lot. They get the 4,009, that they get to like 2,999, then they just go like 2 weeks without winning.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty funny,
He has
actually.
some bullet workouts. He has some nice workouts this 4. Junior Alvarado gets on, or he's been on, stays on. I like Dylan Davis. The thing that concerns me is he's a little bit too inconsistent, but he's won at the distance twice. 2 for 2 at the distance, actually. Nah. If he beats me, he beats me. I just think there's other horses that have a better chance.
The only reason I was interested in him is I feel like he ran a lot back to back to back, and now he's getting a little bit more time. Maybe he develops a little bit more. And I think there are worse 15-1 shots in here. And the workouts have been encouraging. Might get a good trip sitting right off Tappet to win. Alvarado's been riding real well.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main reason I picked him 2nd.
Yeah, I just still agree. Like, I like him, but like there might just be some better horses.
Okay.
Number 5 is Farmington Road. If this horse goes off of 15-1, then I think that's a little bit of a gift. This horse can close. This is a 1.5 miles. I think he would he be a little bit scary?
I think he'd be less scary just because 1.5 mile races are usually won towards the front end.
Yeah. His workouts have been good. He had a. It's beyond me how he even came second in that Oakland Stakes. Oakland Stakes. He was so far back. 6 wide. I actually have him second. Believe it or not. I think he has a good chance.
Yeah,
Not to win,
I
though.
mean, both of you and me are obviously trying to find out ways to create a little value by spicing up the exacta a little bit. And
Yeah.
I think there's worse you can do than this horse. I just don't particularly like him too much because
Yeah.
aside from his maiden breaking win, the fast race just isn't there. And unlike with Modernist, I feel like I don't think we've seen his best yet. In Farmington Road, I feel like we've kind of seen it from him already.
I'm just trying to get. I don't think he'll stay at 15-1. I'll be a little bit higher, so maybe we can get a piece of the money. The 6-4 left. Is this a
Oh boy.
6 furlong Belmont Stakes race? Is this the Belmont Stakes going
Last
6
time I
furlong?
checked, it's not. I'm not
Oh,
sure,
yeah,
but
this horse doesn't have a chance.
I don't think so. This horse might be instrumental in the race in one way. He might make the pace a little bit faster if he goes up.
It's gonna
I
be
don't
it's gonna be a
know.
stretch. It's gonna be there's gonna be 2 horses battling it out to the wire for last place. I think so. 4 left and Jungle Runner.
Yeah, that'll be. Take your bets on that. That's gonna be
Yeah.
fun. That's gonna be very fun to see who
Jungle Runner
finishes
is your
ahead.
3-5 morning line favorite. I don't think I don't know why they not I don't know why they went to this race.
And I get taking a shot. It's $1 million purse, and I was wrong. I'm so used to these races being, you get the money first through fifth. You do get 30,000 for finishing eighth in here, which I guess he can finish eighth, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. He could be
Maybe.
Jungle Runner.
I mean, I think his odds for finishing eighth are like 3-1. I don't know.
Alright.
He Asmussen has to know something that we don't know. That's
Not
my
Asmussen,
only thought.
that's O'Neal.
What do you mean it's O'Neal? No, Jungle Runner is Asmussen.
Oh, Jungle Runner. I thought we were still talking about 4 left. Oh, Jungle Runner.
No,
Jungle Runner. Is this an allowance race or a claiming race? Because he has claiming numbers.
Oh yeah.
He can't even run over an 80. He ran a 79. That's his best speed figure.
Yeah, 85
How's
is
he
his best
gonna
on
win?
Equibase.
How's he gonna run 100 and something?
Yeah, the times aren't there either.
No.
I don't know how fast these racetracks were playing, but none of these times are impressive.
Number 8. 'Tis the law. He's my top pick. I don't see anybody really beating him.
I think he's gonna get a good setup in here.
Yes.
He's got
Unless he gets trapped on the inside again.
could be, which I don't see how that happens.
No.
I think he's just
He's
pure
just-
class in this field.
And if it's a fast track, right? It's gonna be fast. He's already 4 for 4 on the fast.
That's right.
Yeah. Number 9 is Dr. Post. Speaking of Dennis, he said he didn't know this horse was. He's pretty good. Like, maybe he can run 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I picked up third in here just because his last race scares me a little bit. I think his
I don't
last
see
race
this horse
pretty
does
good.
not go off at 5-1. No way. I think it's higher. I think it's gonna be 8-1, 6
Where do you
7,
think the other
8-1?
money's going though? If it's not going to Tis the Law, what? Tap it to win?
Yeah,
Maybe?
he's gonna get money.
Because I don't think Sole Volante is going to be 9-2.
Any.
I think he's going to be higher. I think
I
Tap
think
it to win
Dr.
will be the
Post
second
6-1,
choice.
7-1, 8-1. He's gonna be around 5-8-1. I'll say it like that. But like the thing that concerns me, like people, never mind. People don't know who he is. Yeah, he's still underrated. He was 10 lengths best that day. He had a terrible trip.
Yeah,
getting bumped.
he closed into a slow pace too.
He was bumped. He got bumped like 5 times. He had to steady up. And take away that loss. That wasn't his fault. He was going 5.5. Not his fault.
Right.
Number 10 is Pneumatic. Ricardo Santana Jr. I don't think this horse can handle the distance.
Yeah, I picked this horse in the Matt win.
Same.
If you remember, we both picked him to win, and he ran
I
third.
liked him that day.
Oh yeah.
He can't run over
I
95.
think
That's
he's
his
just a
problem.
cut below, and I've already heard of a few notable people that like him in here, and if he takes kind of money from guys like that,
Yeah.
maybe I don't think 8-1's a good price.
Yeah. If you guys, leave in your comments who's your Belmont pick.
Yeah, leave it
No,
in the
that's what.
comments if anybody cares. Go ahead, put it in. Uh, so
Um,
what are your picks? Mine's 88491. What's yours?
9. I mean, not 9. No, I'm not making. I'm looking at the other race. I was looking at the 11th. I thought it was the 11th race.
I'm so used to it being the 11th race. Yeah.
Same. I went to 8. Tis the law. I like Farmington Road for second. I actually have Tapper to win third, and I have Modernist fourth. Or no, I don't have Modernist. I have Dodger Post fourth.
Okay. So the 11th race, the classic mile and an eighth route on the inner turf after the Belmont Stakes. It seems like this is the only thing that remained tradition this year on the Belmont Stakes Day card. With these races on the inner turf, I love speed, and I love trying to find long shots that can wire the field. And to me, the prospects that can possibly do that are the 4, 5, and the 7 in here. Particularly the 5 and the 7, I'm very interested in.
Are you interested in the 12th?
Jose Ortiz, good speed rider. Jose Lezcano, good speed rider. Oh yeah, if the race comes off the turf, then give me Discreet Lover. Yeah.
Chad Brown and IRT, that's my pick. I know. It's hard. And I couldn't go against Larkin for second because he never decides. He like, I don't think he's good enough. Or he might be. But.
Digital Age just hasn't won in a long time.
Yeah. I haven't. I don't know.
He's got the figs, but he's just not finding the winner's circle.
Yeah, he doesn't. I have Breaking the Rules third, and I have Pillar Mountain. This is a fourth. This is like a race where like.
This is a tough ass race. This might be the toughest race of the day. This might be the most interesting race of all of them, and it's probably going to get ignored a lot because it's the race right after the Belmont. But I think it's very good. Like I said, any mile and an eighth, mile and a 16th race, mile and a quarter race on the inner, I always try to find somebody who can try and wire the field. So I'm going to put either the 4, 5, or the 7 on top, probably the 5 or the 7. Check back on Twitter on Saturday for picks there.
Yes.
And we're finally going to wrap it up in the 12th. We're going 6 on the Weidner.
I went with the 4.
Okay.
I was looking at this race. Jose Ortiz this time. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
He usually uses IRAD. Or Santana. He rode only. Alright, but the thing about this 4 is I was impressed how he made that move around that far turn last time. Look at his replay. Swooped up first, and then he's been gelded since.
Who did he beat, though?
He beat Houston bred horses, but I felt like it was impressive for a Houston horse. And he doesn't have the speed figures, actually, but who knows?
Yeah. I guess you got to be concerned with Clement on the inside. Yes, he does get the inside. I was just making sure because it is a coupled entry in here. He still gets post 1, the plain 1. The 1A is also eligible. If he gets in, he would break from the outside. Jeremiah Englehart's got a horse in here. I'm keying in on my 2 favorite trainers in here. I'm going to use Donk's Double Shot with Charlie Baker's Xi'an BC. Double Shot, I feel like the figures are there, 8-1. If I get that price, I think that's an absolute gift. I love Dylan Davis. This horse has never been out of first to second in his life. We also got Xi'an BC, who's a nice hard trier. Finally broke his maiden 2 starts back and ran well last time. And now we got a long, long time off. But Charlie Baker's great off the layoff. I'd like to play these two together in here. Hopefully, I don't like going against Clement as much as everybody who
Yeah.
knows on Twitter, I love to pick them. But I feel like that could create some real value if you box two mid-range horses in here. And I think the 3 and the 7 both have the figures and the ability to to get up in this race.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned about that 4. I don't know if his stickers are good enough, but I'm just hoping.
It's just the first race. Could count on
The
some
12th.
natural improvement. Well, I'm talking about his first race. Was you just
Yeah,
got
yeah,
one
yeah,
race? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too worried.
I was actually interested when I was looking at this card. This 9th race on Belmont tomorrow, which is Friday, is very good. It was like that Churchill allowance race.
I'm going to have to take a look at that because, wait, hold on. Well, I can't really talk about that right now because my tablet's not here, and I picked tomorrow's races already, by the way, guys. I'm going to put them up on Twitter very early tomorrow morning because I'm actually going out to Jones Beach to enjoy a day by the water before Saturday when the shit gets real, as we say. So I already made my picks for Friday. I have no idea who I picked in the stake tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you'll find those up on Twitter early tomorrow morning. This is being streamed on Thursday night. It's about a little past 8:30, just for reference. I don't think this card is as bad as people say it is. I don't think it's that bad. Now, everybody loves big fields. I don't love big fields. I like 8-horse fields, 9-horse fields, stuff like that.
Yeah, but there's no value in these races. You're not going to get any good priced horses usually.
I think you can. I think you can find some value. Pretty much every race here except the Acorn, I've been trying to find some kind of value. I think you could make it work. If you like a long shot and you don't think the long shot can win, play it in exacta with the favorite you think is gonna win. Or if you like, if there's 2 big favorites in a race and you like a bomb, play a triple box with the 3 of them. It's worked for me in the past. Albeit I don't hit that often, but it's worked.
2 big horses retired today. Did you hear about that?
Who would that be? I haven't been really paying
Seeking
attention
the Soul.
Okay.
And this turf horse, River Boyne.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say River Knight. 1 for 63, River Knight or whatever he is.
Name. But I'll go over my selections I guess. Race 1, I went with the 10 on top, 1/1A for second, 8, and then 9. 8 for third, 9 for fourth. Race 2, went with the 4 on top, 3 for second, 2 for third, and 1 for fourth. Race 3, I went 6-1-7-2. Race 4, I went 3-1-4-7. Race 5, I went 5-7-1-8. Race 6, 2-3-4-5, 2-3-4-5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 2-3-4-5. Race 7, I went 4-5-6-2. Race 8, I went 1-2-4-7. Race 9, I went 2-3-4-7. Race 10, the Peter Pan, I went 8-5-10-9, aka the Belmont Stakes. Race 11, I went 9-3-2-6. Race 12, I went 4-2-1/1A/ then 3.
Okay, very good. I will have selections up early Saturday morning while I eat my bacon, egg, and cheese, my traditional Belmont Stakes morning meal. It will be great, I'm sure, but not as good as
I wish
usual.
they had the, what was it? Wish they had like the Mile Manhattan on the stack.
Yeah, I'm really missing the Manhattan. I love the Manhattan Belmont Stakes double. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still regret I hit the Manhattan Belmont double last year. I really regret as much as I made a big score on spring quality in the Manhattan 2 years ago.
I don't know how you like that horse.
How'd I like the horse? Very simple. Graham Motion upset the race before the year before with Ascend at 27-1. This horse was 2/3 of that price. Went off at 18-1. Had good races coming in, and it was Edgar Prado's only mount of the day. Elliot in the chat, I believe that's Philly Elliot, says, "Yo, How you doing, man? Great to have you. We're just finishing up here. And I really regret not playing that double with Justify because that actually came back pretty good. So definitely going to miss the Manhattan Belmont double this year. But the Manhattan will be run on
Yeah.
July 4th with the Met Mile. I'm hoping that those two races are run back to back because that would be fantastic to have those
But
together.
yeah, what you said about this card, it's not terrible. You still have some
It's not
good field
horrible at all.
sizes. It's just some races like
Yeah, there's a couple. Look, people that play pick fours, pick fives, pick sixes. Yeah, they're not going to come back tremendous. Well, look, I don't play those, so I really don't care. I'm looking to try and find value in each individual race. So I think there's definitely some possibilities. I'm gonna make a few plays in here. I'm not gonna do much crazy. Pretty much everything I'm gonna do I already said in this video. Again, I just gave out ideas. I'll have full selection Saturday morning, as I do for every single day of this Belmont meet. Sammy's been going race by race, kind of what I've been doing a couple days here and there. That's a good
yeah.
strategy, too. So far, our ROIs are still above 0, so that's good. We'll see how long that lasts. Ricken and Perrette really saved my ass. Hold on. I like how you got the Minecraft track in the back. LO, someone made Churchill Downs in Minecraft. Yeah, this card isn't the greatest, but with this many months, barely any star-studded racing, I take it. Absolutely. This, actually, I'll go up a little bit, Elliot. This is my recreation, my very... It's not perfect. Yeah, I'll show it off just a little bit. It's trying to recreate Belmont with a couple of my own things put in.
Good.
Yeah, it's got
the
four
back.
levels. Yeah, we both have our own barns, so you can see that
he has better horses somehow.
Yeah, well, not by design. I really don't care. We don't do this much. So we got horses in the back, the same
PS4.
location as yeah, it's PS4. I know
Remember
you have
the one
Xbox.
Time I stole your horse? Remember I stole your horse?
Yeah, I do remember that. So this is the backyard.
Show him. You forgot about the horse.
What horse? I forgot which one it was.
In the back. It's all in the back.
Oh, this one. It's got to be this one all the way on the end. You know nothing, man. This one. This is the one that got stolen.
I stole it.
Yeah. So I tried to... This is actually the third time I built it. I built it on PS3 and I built it on Xbox, and this one is definitely the best out of the 3 that I made. I really take a lot of pride in it. It's the best thing I ever built in Minecraft, no doubt.
Yeah. Welcome to Minecraft.
Yep, this is the one from the video. If it says PS4, I think I did a live tour with Anthony Granis for that one, also known as Twisted Storm Plays. Yep, this is the same one. I made little bits of improvement to it since then, but mostly it stayed the same.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Sammy. So once Sammy comes back, we'll wrap up this video. Thanks for your compliments, Elliot. I really appreciate that. It definitely took a long time to build, but this track's old. I built it a pretty long time ago. I'd guess 3-4 years ago. Who do you like in the Woody Stevens? I'm going to box the 2 Asmussen horses. I'm going to box the short one, the 9-5 horse, the 4 horse, and I'm going to box include his long shot on the outside. Probably pick that one to win just to try and create some value. I don't think the races are too bad there for him to... He's got a nice spot on the outside, too. Sprint races having the outside post is good. Echo Town, the 2 Asmussens.
He said, ever played any horse racing games?
Ever played any horse racing games, like Gallop Racer or stuff?
No, I don't play Gallop Racer. There's this game I like. It's called Jockey Rush. It's like $8, but it's like real life races. It's pretty fun if you want to download it. That's
yeah, I know they had a Breeders' Cup game for the PS2 as well, and I have a PS2, but I never played it. Pretty much whenever I race horses, it's on Minecraft with Sammy or with Joe or somebody like that.
When I beat him.
Yeah, and I've beat you too. Come on, give me my due.
No, yeah, you interfered. You cut me off.
Interfered? Yeah, right? You
Yes.
know that the horses in Minecraft go right through each other, right?
No.
Oh, this is great.
um, but this is it's a decent card. But if you guys want us to do another live stream, maybe we'll do one for Manhattan Day or something.
For July 4th, yeah, I tell you what,
Yeah.
doing the live streams is a lot easier than doing the video and editing and all that stuff. Yeah, there might be a little bit more of a we sound a little bit stupider because I don't get to edit out all the bad
Yeah.
stuff. But hey, guess what? It's easier on my part, and I'm so used to doing live streams anyway. I did gaming live streams for years on GTA, Minecraft, Need for Speed, stuff like that. Breeders' Cup game was underrated in my opinion, but Gallop Racer was the most diverse. Okay, yeah, I never played either. I watched some gameplay of both of them. They both looked fun. I never picked either of them up. Any other final thoughts, Sammy?
Oh no. Maybe we'll keep this going for a couple more minutes. Anybody has any more questions in the chat?
Yeah, any more questions from anybody out there?
We'll stay around for a couple minutes, maybe about 5-10 minutes till 9 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah, any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask us. It's not like we're smart, but we are here.
Yeah.
We are here, so.
If you want to see our picks for Belmont, we have them on Twitter.
Yeah, every single race day.
I got very lucky last year. Remember the Kentucky Derby Day when I picked all the favorites because I couldn't make picks and I wanted
Yeah,
to
and eight of the 12 winners were favorites. Yeah, I remember that very well. Not letting you get away with that this year.
Were you mad?
Yeah, I was a little bit pissed off. Well, now look, this year it's the other guy have a YouTube. Sammy, do you have a YouTube channel?
No.
No, but he does have a good Twitter account. So definitely go follow him at Roseman Sammy on Twitter.
Yeah, I did not. I don't have a YouTube account. Well, I also do to like watch YouTube and stuff.
Oh, I also want to mention that any of you have been watching for a long time, I want to thank everybody. We passed 200 subscribers earlier in the month, and I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you guys very much. This started when I was much younger, beginning of high school, still had a raspy voice, and it turned into something very good with GTA, Minecraft, baseball talk. Horses obviously has become the main focus of the channel now. It's been the most successful thing that we've done. So I really want to thank you guys for that. 200 subscribers plus now 210 means a whole lot. I'm about to get to 300 followers on Twitter, so also thank you for that.
You have 299, right?
Yep.
You know, High Derby is a good spot for Storm the Court.
Yeah. Is any spot a good spot for Storm the Court? I mean,
I think he needs the Los Alamitos Derby.
How was that horse voted 2-year-old champion? How stupid are people to vote that horse 2-year-old champion?
That's the worst Breeders' Cup juvenile I've ever seen. Maybe.
The breed. Can I just? I want to go on a little bit of a mini rant here. Hold on.
Rant.
Here we go. The Breeders' Cup ruins racing. Okay.
How?
The Breeders' Cup ruins racing throughout the rest of the year. And the voters should be treating the Breeders' Cup races just like any other race. Okay? It's not more special in my book. It's just another race. You got to evaluate based on the competition. Like, yep, I completely agree, Elliot, with your last two comments. I don't know how. I think what was that horse? Structor, who won the juvenile turf? That horse should have been champion 2-year-old.
Yes, that horse should have been champion 2-year-old.
I think everybody who is sane knows that.
That's all they care about.
Yeah, they even ruin their own race, like the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. I don't get that race. It ruins the sprint and it ruins the classic. Yeah. Now, I love one-turn mile races, but half of these tracks I go to, and screw Santa Anita. I hate them having the Breeders' Cup. Bring it to New York, please. Belmont's the best track in the country, best turf courses.
I want to see four-wheel. He's not on dirt. I think he's a turf horse. American Pharaoh, I think he might have been a better turf horse.
We don't know, but his offspring says maybe.
Yeah, I don't think
Remember
so.
when California Chrome won that one race on grass
What
at
race was that again?
Del Mar?
No, I forgot.
It was a grade 1 turf race. It was like a mile at Del Mar. I remember that.
Talking about the Del Mar, whatever it's called. Del Mar handicap, maybe? No, I want to see him
Whatever.
try dirt because of his dad.
I don't know four-wheel drive, sire. Do
Yeah, the
you?
Hollywood Derby. Are you talking about the Hollywood Derby?
Yeah, that's the one. But it wasn't at Santa Anita. I'm pretty sure it was at Del Mar.
Hmm. Elliot, if you
Elliot
want us
says
to do
yeah.
this again, tell us.
Yeah,
Another
because
live stream.
the live streams, I know it's a pretty stupid background, but it's the best I can do in this circumstance. Because I don't have the kind of software to put this thing together professionally. So I just go off the PlayStation and say screw it. That's how I've done it for such a long time.
I wish we
But
could see the people who are in the chat.
what do you mean see the people in the chat?
No, like the people that are viewing us right now.
I could find that out after. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Whoever's here, we greatly appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
And we
thank
hope
you
you
for
guys
joining.
enjoyed the show. Elliot, especially, thanks for hanging around and thanks for interacting in the chat. Dennis, you as well. Joe Martin, of course. Be safe on your trip to Florida.
We'll be on for until 9 o'clock. Yeah, to be honest, I want to join because I know my horse racing is saying my opinions, but
Yeah.
Warrior doesn't ask up.
My friend who I mentioned earlier in the video, Anthony Granis, also known as Twisted Storm Plays, that's his gamer tag, he gave me a free 14-day code for Xbox Ultimate Game Pass. I just don't play multiplayer on Xbox One that much anymore. PS4 is my main console. It has been for almost 4 years now. So Xbox One, I'm pretty much playing some old games that I still have, and I'm starting Need for Speed Heat, the solo campaign for that game, because I just got it on sale pretty cheap. So that's why I still use the Xbox One. I don't use it that much. Yeah, Elliot, if you ever want to hop into the DMs on Twitter or you want to have some kind of conversation there, please don't hesitate, because we'd love to talk more about horses. Because really, there's nothing else to do right now. And this is about as exciting as it gets. So
My Twitter handle is @Roseman. Sammy, if you wanna, we always answer your questions.
Yeah, we respond to almost every single person, unless you say something really stupid or mean, in which case we will block you. I have no problem blocking people. I don't block
anybody. I only block 2 people because somebody said you stupid or something. Or something very mean.
Some people on Twitter are mean. Now look, I'm mean sometimes too, but usually if I'm mean, I have a reason to be mean.
Earlier, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching.
When I wanted to go to Phillies.
Yeah, Phillies.
Phillies.
Yeah, there's your Philly fan. I'm the evil Mets fan here.
They suck.
We did better than you guys last season. You guys finished 82 and
we had
82,
injuries,
3
I
games
thought.
ahead of you. Oh yeah, you guys had injuries. We had injuries too, though.
Oh, excuses. I'll be your New York Giants.
Oh yeah, the Giants. Ugly. Ugly. Bad stuff.
I'm gonna go to Philly. But yeah, stay safe. You hit your winners. What's his Twitter again? Here, I'll put it in the.
You're gonna put it in the chat, or you want me to put it in the chat?
I'll do it.
Okay.
It would be Roseman. All right, there. Put it in.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, anything else, guys?
I think I've pretty much said all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Thank you so very much for watching, especially the 3 of you who've been commenting so much, Dennis, Elliot, and Mr. Joe Martin. Don't get coronavirus when you go to Florida.
You have 700 messages to respond to.
Yeah, that's not happening. Full peace, and the only time I'll rep New York, 'tis the law. Yeah, I hope so too, man. Maybe it's a sentimental pick, but it's really not. I think he's just gonna roll over the field.
I don't want him to win the Triple Crown a little bit.
I don't want anybody to win the Triple Crown, to be honest with you. But I want him to win the Belmont. I want him to win the New York race for being a New York bred and for tag and all that stuff. So that'd be nice.
Yeah.
All right.
We have
That's it,
Ascot.
everybody.
We have Ascot, Road Warrior's favorite music eater.
Yeah, let's not even talk about that. Okay. I will say one thing. Ascot was better this year for one simple reason. They didn't do anything with fashion or the queen
Oh
or
my
anything. It
god.
was just horses. And that was great. Well, no, I didn't watch today. So the 2 days I watched, Tuesday and Wednesday, were actually not bad. They were pretty interesting. Sammy, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Thank to all of you guys for watching. And
Yep.
remember, pay your bills first. And good luck in the
In
fake
the
imposter shortened,
Peter Pan.
essentially the grade 3 Peter Pan.
Good luck in the
Belmont
Peter Pan.
sticks.
Go 'tis the law.